So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about first-time home buyer advice. This is very crucial so that you can have success in buying real estate, your first home. So you do not want to miss this information if you're a first-time home buyer, and we're going to get after it right now. So welcome back, y'all. And if this is the first time to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified about everything that's happening here in the Central Texas market. Again, my name is Jacob Martinez, and I'm with the Living in Central Texas channel. And today we're going to be talking about first-time home buyer advice. Okay, this is advice that's going to be crucial for your success down the road, for you to be able to get your real estate, right? So number one is you want to get pre-approved or approved for a mortgage. Okay, so before even looking at homes, it's crucial to know how much money or how much home you can afford, right? So a pre-approval letter from a lender shows that you are serious and financially stable in the seller's eyes. So in order to meet the pre-approval qualifications, because a lot of times, let's be honest, when people are buying property for the first time, they have no clue as to what to do. Sure, they may have family or relatives or friends at work that tell them, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. But if you're a first-time home buyer, please make sure that you look for a local agent in your area that can help you and help you navigate what are the requirements for you to get a pre-approval, right? An agent will then refer you to a lender that they usually work with, but they'll also give you a list of other lenders in the area for you to be able to try to get that pre-approval. There's a lot of factors that go into getting a pre-approval. Your income, how much money do you make, right? How much debt do you have? Do you have credit cards? Do you have car loans, student payments, right? Can you afford a new home with the current income that you have? Also, your credit score, right? So these are things that the lender is going to be looking into. So once you get a pre-approved and you are already now looking at homes and all that, when you submit an offer, that seller is going to say, you know what, this is a serious buyer. And the reason why you want to get pre-approved is so that the seller says, hey, I'm willing to go with him, I'm willing to go with her, because I know that financially they're ready to go. So you always want to get approved because you want to make sure as to what your finances are and that you can lock down that home that you finally have reached and are able to get, okay? Number two, you need to understand your budget beyond the down payment. So many first-time home buyers only focus on the down payment, and this is true. I get a lot of buyers that are like, well, Jacob, I heard that you need 10% down or 20% down, or, can I get 3% down? Or are there any government programs that can help me with my down payment, right? These are the usual questions that I get asked. And yes, there are programs out there that we'll talk about in another video. But as of for right now, the down payment is not the only cost that you have to take into account. There are also closing costs, right? So down payment and closing costs are two separate things, right? A lot of times, first-time home buyers, naturally, they conflate the two and think that it's one and the same, but it's not. The down payment is for you to give to the lender so that the lender can give you the rest of the loan. And the closing costs are fees that are associated with the transaction. For example, if you have any broker fees that are due to your agent, if you have any fees that your lender is going to get when they close, the title company is also going to charge their fees. So everybody, closing costs is to cover all of those fees that accumulate during the transaction. But don't worry, because it may be daunting. You're like, oh my God, how much money do I have to get? Your agent should be able to help you negotiate for you to be able to get all, or if not most, of your closing costs covered, okay? So make sure you get a good agent. Another thing beyond the down payment is that you have to take into account property taxes, your insurance, right? Your home maintenance, and potential future repairs, right? So your agent and your lender will definitely talk to you, especially when you're getting a loan. When you make your monthly payment, you're going to pay your taxes and your insurance within that monthly payment. So nothing to worry about there. But you always want to ask the lender, how much exactly are you paying in taxes? And how much are you paying in home insurance? Because unfortunately, even though here in Texas, we do not have a state income tax, but our property taxes and our home insurance are killing. So you always want to make sure that you are able to get, right, those numbers so that you can understand what your numbers are in your budget, okay? Number 3, you need to identify what your needs are and what you want, okay? For example, I need a roof and 4 walls for me and my family. I would love to have a mansion with 20 rooms and 20 bathrooms and acreage and all that, but is that what I really need? Okay? So it's easy to get distracted by features that seem appealing in the moment. So we need to help you guys stay focused. A lot of times more or new modern homes are going to have all these extravagant things, and that's great. And if you can afford it, amen, right? But if you can't afford it and you're trying to stretch because you want to make it happen, sometimes it's better to take a step back and say, wait a minute, maybe you could do those repairs, or maybe you can do those upgrades on your own for a way cheaper cost, because those beautiful new modern homes, they do come with a price tag, okay? So you have to, when you're talking with your spouse, or if you're single, right, or with your family, you guys got to see what your needs are versus your wants. Do you guys need medical attention? So if you guys need medical attention, you may want to live somewhere where there's hospitals, right, or relatively close. If you guys, let's say you need to have a city lifestyle, well, you're going to go move close to the city or in the city, right? Everybody is different. Just make sure that your needs and your wants, you know what they are. So that way your agent can help you navigate and help you with your home, okay? Number 4 is you want to research your neighborhood, okay? When looking for property, especially first-time home buyers, you want to make sure that the neighborhood that you're going to move in is to your liking. Safety, right? So you want to make sure you look at the crime rates. You want to make sure if the neighborhood is full of beautiful oak trees and that's what you want to make it look woodsy, or if you're not down for that and you're like, nah, I'd rather have brand new homes. I want to move into the neighborhood where they have like those movie scenes where people are walking the dogs and the kids are running around in the street. If that's what you want, great, right? But you always got to research the neighborhood, especially if you're jumping to a nearby town or city from where you work. So you want to make sure that the neighborhood that you're moving in, you look at it during the day, you look at it in the afternoon, and also go drive by it at night and say, hey, I really like this neighborhood, but is it really for us? Do we feel safe? Or is it close to what we really need? Or is it close to what we want to do for the kids? Are the schools great? You see, all these things have to come into play, right? So again, talk with your agent. He or she will help you guys and give you some stats if that's a big concern of yours, okay? Now, another advice would be to hire an experienced realtor, okay? A knowledgeable agent can guide buyers through each step of the process. From finding the right home to negotiating the best deal, they can also help interpret complex contract terms and avoid common mistakes. Guys, you have no idea how many people I know that they rather go with a family member because Aunt Betty decided to get her license, and you're going to be, you love your Aunt Betty, so you're going to go with her. Unfortunately, she's never done a deal. She doesn't understand the intricacies of the contracts, the in and outs of the financial terms. She doesn't have experience to negotiate on your behalf, right? And unfortunately, I see the mistake with many people doing this because they love, obviously, they love their family or they love their friends. But unfortunately, a lot of these deals end up falling through, and then that relationship goes separate ways because it becomes strained during the transaction. Guys, hire somebody that is an expert in the area that you want to move into, right? If you're coming from New York City, right, and you're coming down to Texas to our area, it's a completely different way of living, completely different lifestyle. So you want to make sure that the agent that you are working with is knowledgeable, that is able not only with contracts but with the neighborhood to give you guys any recommendations, to help you guys guide you also with the lender and what the lender requirements are, to make sure that you guys are feeling and to make sure that you guys feel that that agent is looking on your behalf. You know, there's nothing worse than you trusting somebody and then they drop the ball and your relationship breaks. That happens more often than not. Make sure you get a real estate agent that is an expert in what you're looking to do, whether it be investing, whether it be buying land, whether it be buying single family homes or multifamily, right? You want to make sure that this agent is knowledgeable and that is able to help you and give you resources if you need them, right, guys? So this is part one of first time homebuyer advice. I suggest that you guys rewatch this video again so that you can understand that we're here to help you. So if you have any questions or any comments, write them down below, the good, the bad, the ugly. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. But if you definitely are in the area here in the Killeen, Temple, Texas area here in Central Texas, and you want to have a chat, or you're moving into the area, or you're even moving out of the area, give us a call or shoot us a text, or even better, there's a Zoom link below. Give us, we'll do some FaceTime, we'll talk, and then we'll help you navigate whatever your real estate needs are. Again, thanks for watching. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.